It's 11 o'clock, and so we're ready to start. And I want you to note something. Can you hear me in the back fine?
Yes.
See, that's awesome. Because our big courtroom is challenged because it was built in 1895, and here we have a new courtroom where you can hear right fine from the back because of the good soundboards we have and a lot of electronics that are set up here, and it's going to be a very practical, as you can see. Actually, we do have plans for some rugs here. A little, some carpet will be put in the next couple of weeks, actually, so it's not quite as Spartan as it might have been. But we, this is a very practical courtroom, and Hopkins County has a courtroom that is very usable, practical, and yet modern. I want to, in just a moment, introduce to you Will Ramsey. If you'll come up, Will, our district attorney. Would you all give him a hand, please?
Yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and we're very excited. I know my office is, and the clerk's office, and ready to get to work in this building. And just thank you for everything you do in the community. Thank you, the folks that built this, and Tom for not leaving in the middle of this. I know, but thank you. I know from our office's perspective, just thank you to Hopkins County and the commissioners and all the work they've done in this and given us a good space to hopefully achieve justice,
Yeah.
Sheriff. So that's what we're all about. And thank you all just for the community that Hopkins County is a pretty amazing place. It really is. So we hope we do good things and good work and the right thing in this courtroom. That's what it's all about. So thank you all for being here.
I'd like to Judge Northcutt to come up, if you will, please, and say a couple of words.
It's a great turnout. Appreciate you being here. I want to thank the county commissioners for having the vision to be able to do this, to give us something that is really modern and in step with the 21st century. We actually had court this morning, and literally in just a few moments, once the ribbon cutting is over, we're going to have our first plea hearing here at the bench in this new courtroom. We have a sentencing hearing this afternoon, so we literally are ready to get to work. You'll notice we don't have the sound system used right here, but it's absolutely incredible. We've got great technology for viewing in the day and time in which we live. There's a lot of video, a lot of audio. You can even display photographs there instead of the old way where Mr. Ramsey would hold the picture and then walk like this in front of the jury box. He doesn't have to do that anymore. We've got a video there for the folks out in the gallery. They've got that. The jury has their own small one that they can look there as well. A great jury room back here. This is going to be and of course, great access to the jail when we're dealing with individuals who are incarcerated at the time that we take their case up. So my appreciation to Tom for really trying to attend to the needs and of what we do in here every single day, and to Judge Newsom, who of course preceded me in this fashion, so he kind of knows what is needed, and this was actually a long time dream of his. I remember him sketching this out on a napkin when he was the district judge, something that would work and be very functional as an everyday courtroom. And so he's been able to, because of the good stewardship of the Commissioner's Court in building the jail, that's why some of these funds were available to get this building built so that we could have a very efficient court system. So thank you all for coming out.
Thank you, Judge. I forgot about the napkin, but you know what? That's really true. The first time we drew it up, it was on a napkin, and here we are today, 10 years later. I'd like to introduce you. They keep talking about this guy named Tom Glossop. So Tom, would you stand up real? He's our project manager. And then our construction, actually the construction man, and this is Lynn Petty, and he built all this. And thank you so much. Excellent work, and they were very patient. Judge Northcutt, as well as Will Ramsey, at times came in and said, we need to adjust this, we need to adjust this, and thank you all for working with us so well, because it is, again, a very useful courtroom, more useful perhaps than any one I've ever been in. So I'm very excited about it, right here next to the jail where this public safety is greatly enhanced. And also, it'll just do do justice with with our inmates as well as all our criminal. And there'll be some civil, I'm sure, heard down here, but for the most part, this is going to be our criminal courtroom. All right, now, I also need to have from our state representative, Dan Flynn's office, would you come up, please?
You want to do the senators
I'll do this after.
first? Okay,
Here, let me help.
that's okay. I'm with State Representative Dan Flynn's office. He's sorry he couldn't be here today, but he's in Austin and they're having a very busy session right now. So I'm representing him. He wanted to present this flag and the certificate in honor of the ribbon cutting and groundbreaking of this new Justice Center. Thank you.
Thank you. And I do need to say something from our senator, who is also in a very busy session down in Austin. And it reads as follows: in the name and by the authority of the Senate of the state of Texas, extending most sincere congratulations, I proudly present this certificate to the new Hopkins County Law Enforcement Center courtroom, commemorating your official ribbon cutting, Bob Hall. So neither one of them could be here. They are very busy in Austin, but we're very grateful for their participation today. Now I'm going to ask that the commissioners come up and the current commissioners that were helped build this. This idea was conceived about a year ago, but during the rainy year we've had, it's been slower. We were hoping to be in last fall, but we're in now, and so come on up, commissioners, former commissioners. Let me briefly introduce everybody. Now y'all, let's see, are we in the proper order here? All right. Mickey Barker, our current, and was last year as well when this was started. Mickey Barker, our Commissioner Precinct 1, Greg Anglin, Precinct 2, our current, and I don't guess Mike Odell did not make it today. So then we look at Precinct 3, Wade Bartley, and he's been intricate in this all the way through, since we conceived the idea last year. Danny Evans, our former Precinct Commissioner 4, and then of course Joe Price, our current Commissioner Precinct 4. This is the court that, and they, by the way, these guys that just came on, they were with us all year last year, coming to the meetings and attending, weren't getting paid anything, didn't have a position, they just came to learn. And so I commend and thank you guys for having the foresight to see this happen. So thank you to our commissioners. Leslie, are you ready to come up? Where's Leslie? There she is. And your staff and Queens, come on up.
Where do you want to take the picture?
We're so
You
glad.
want to do it right here?
Yeah, let's just do it right here.
Okay.
All right. I'd like to, Judge Northcutt and Will Ramsey to come back in, if you will, and stand here. This is the big deal. Now, don't make that, sir. I don't want to make it that. Somebody's going to cut it. Oh, you got it. You think so? Yeah. Would you do the cut? Don't want to. Come on, Judge Northcutt will do the cutting. Here we go. Come here, you're behind me Chief Inslee, would you?
While I have these scissors in here, let me think about all the ways I might use them.
Sheriff, come on up. Sheriff Lewis Tatum, I forgot to introduce him, of course, so come on up. Every time that we turned around, we had some need, and I'd say, Sheriff, can you make it happen? And Chief Inslee as well, can you make it happen? And all kinds of good things have happened quickly because of these two men right here on the end that I failed to introduce earlier, but I tell you, they were very, very important to making this thing happen. So thank you. All right, Judge Northcutt.
Well, tell us about the picture. You want us to?
Okay, so we're going to count to 3 and take a good picture.
Okay.
And then we'll get ready to cut that ribbon. So, Are we ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Hey, are you ready? I'm ready when you're ready.
All right.
But do something fabulous, like say something great. No pressure.
4 and 6. Here's to justice. There you go.
Well, thank you so much. I know the chamber is extremely busy right now, getting ready for tomorrow night, big banquet, but thank you, Leslie, for all you do. There's not a lot to this to look at, but I would encourage you to go back and see the jury room. We have a table for it that's not in yet. The judge may not want you to walk back here, but you might be able to look back and see what the path that is taken by each inmate as they come from the jail. And then, jury, you can sit down if you'd like to. Just make yourselves at home. This is a very simple courtroom, but at the same time, we're very proud of it. So thank you so much for being here today. And with nothing else, I guess we'll call it, we're back to session. Judge Northcutt will take back over. All right, thank you.